My work is driven by the idea that visual storytelling and images have power to change the world. One of my favourite environmental writers talks about the need for both outrage and optimism. It really often is a mixture of outrage, frustration, a desire to change and have an impact on the world, which has so many problems, but also an optimism that that new world is possible. I think it encapsulates what drives my work. I'm a documentary photographer, filmmaker, and activist. For the past 5 years, my work has focused primarily on forced migration, but also more and more on environmental issues. I think the truth is I always knew I wanted to do documentary filmmaking. Having documented the refugee crisis across Europe and the Middle East, I began to learn that we would face the biggest mass migration in history because of climate change. So that led me on a journey to travel to the front lines of climate change. Last year, I was really lucky to travel to Borneo to document deforestation and orangutans. It was a really challenging shoot involving 4-day treks into the jungle to release an orangutan into the wild. We paired the C300 with beautiful Canon cinema lenses, and I think the result is absolutely stunning. It was risky to bring those lenses into those conditions, but absolutely paid off. I went from shooting on the Canon 5D Mark III to shooting video on the C300 Mark II, and that was an incredibly smooth and easy transition because I had learnt so much on the DSLR, which also had video capabilities. I am always looking to shoot in interesting light, and often that is low light, so having a camera that is capable of shooting in low light is absolutely crucial. A lot of my work has been on my own. I'm often shooting both stills and video, so I've kind of had to become a one-woman team, which usually involves a lot of stress and a lot of sweat. Particularly when I'm working on my own, the autofocus is absolutely crucial. I can't live without the inbuilt ND filters, the inbuilt sound capabilities. Your camera is a deeply personal thing to you. It either feels good for you or it doesn't. For me, the C300 and the Canon 5Ds have always just felt right. Climate change is not a problem relegated to wildlife, to rising sea levels in the Arctic or melting glaciers, which somehow feels very abstract. This is about humans. My trips to Somaliland and Kiribati particularly showed me that those who have done the least to cause climate change are impacted the most. And I think one of the things in the language is that we talk about climate change happening in the future, but this is already an everyday reality. This is about a life or death struggle already today. Starting out, I wish I'd had more confidence. It took me so long to have confidence in myself and to believe in my own work, and I look back at that and it was wasted time. If you're a young woman, an aspiring photographer or filmmaker, the industry needs you. This industry grossly underrepresents women. We need to diversify storytelling. Whether it's photography or film, I want to move people. I want them to feel passionately about the subjects that I feel passionate about. Visual storytelling is a really powerful way to achieve that.